You can give me a basic can, nothing on it, right? And with a beer in it, and I'll be happy. And a good beer. All right. Hey, what's up? The Brew Dude is back here with another beer. So we have another MadeWest product. This here is a brewing company in Ventura, California. It's not too far from me. It's probably about an hour drive from me, but it's a very local beer. This is a West Coast style Pale Ale, and anytime you get something that says West Coast style, I'm pretty sure you know what that means already. That means we're gonna dump as many hops as we can buy inside this Pale Ale. I don't want to make future predictions about what this beer is gonna taste like, but I have an idea. It's has a nice can, and just like the other can, they're very modern. There's no whimsicalness to it. It's just lines, pattern, not even a pattern, just different colors. And the colors are very kind of blue-like, some black, some white, some very cool design with the M, MadeWest. This is 38 IBUs, 5.6% ABV. Mosaic, Simcoe, and I don't even know how to pronounce that, but it's EKUA-NOT hops. So they used a bunch of hops. This is brewed in Ventura, California. I already said Ventura. And let's go ahead and try it. I've had the standard L, which is their Pilsner. I've had with you the hazy IPA, which I really enjoyed. They made a really good hazy IPA. That was good. And then we're going to go ahead and try this bad boy. So nice color to it. It definitely looks like it is filtered of some sort or cold crashed. There is some haze in there now that it's settling down, but it's not a lot. It's almost like if just a little bit of leftover of the hops, right? There's a lot of particles in beer. When you brew beer, you're talking about it's a nice color, man. Hang on. There is large bubbles going from south to north. The head it's almost like a meringue that didn't set well and it's falling apart, kind of like that. Some large bubbles right on top where the smaller bubbles settled, but looks very well. Just to kind of talk back about the haziness, there's a lot of things that can cause this haziness. In this case, obviously they said that they use so many hops, right? It's overly hopped, so that's probably exactly what it is. In other cases, it can be sediment from the grain. It can be sediment from the hops, right? It can be lactose. Or it can use wheat itself. There's a lot of things that can cause the sediment. Maybe not allowing it to cold crash a little bit further. It can be yeast, right? There's so many things, but in this case, we're gonna assume that it's the hops. Smells good. I guess you would call it. Smells like a West Coast IPA. It's not piney. There's some type of fruit in there, almost like a mango, slight tropical, with a hint like mint in the background. I don't get any like raw garlic. A lot of people say that like hops and stuff kind of give off like a garlic smell. I don't get it too much in this one, but I have before in other beers. Actually, using too many hops can have that garlic taste. It's almost like an off flavor. Almost like a spearmint, just a slight mint. And I know it's not my glass. It's good though. Smells good. Now it's about the taste. That's at the end of the day, I don't care how fancy your can is, right? I don't care how much design you put in. Brewery West, right? What they do is they literally put stickers all over their cans, and I'll get some and I'll review some. But they put stickers. They probably spend so much on these cans. But it doesn't matter. It looks nice, but what matters is the liquid inside. You can give me a basic can, nothing on it, right? And with a beer in it, and I'll be happy. And a good beer. All right. Those hops are right up front. Like, we're talking about before you even put this in your mouth, you're tasting those hops because you're smelling them so much. This pale ale, this pale, is a heavily hopped West Coast style pale ale, bursting with its bright citrus and fruity hop complex. It's just enough malt presence to allow the loads of hops to shine through. This crisp, hop-forward beer has a dry, refreshing finish. You know, I'm all about like creating different beers and everything, and I'm always, you know, I try to be as supportive with everything. You know, I try to hold unbiased opinion about beers based on location. But then I also have opinions about like what hops can do to beers, right? My question is this. When this beer was made, and that's probably going away from it, but when this beer was made, was this description in mind before the beer? Or this description came out after, based on the experiment and the result of the beer, right? It could have been different, right? All the time. Or was it in mind, like, this is what I want my beer to taste like, so this is what I'm going to do. You take that for what you want to. What I'm saying is, I get it. I like beer. I appreciate it. I appreciate the craft beers. But craft beer doesn't always mean just do what you want, experiment, and then even if it's not good, you can call it a craft, and people are going to be like, okay, it's a craft, right? Back to this. It's definitely very hopped and is over hopped. It is very astringent. That is almost like the next step of bitterness. It's just kind of, it leaves a nice bitterness flavor in the tongue, down the throat. The grains are almost not even there. But it said that. Fine. Cool. And it is dry and it is crisp and it's biting. The carbonation bites your tongue. Body is about medium. And I think that's, or medium to light, right? But it's not a bad beer. You know, if you're a hop head, cool. You might enjoy this. 5.6% ABV. MadeWest. In Ventura, California. Very modern, very clean cans. Is it a favorite pale ale of mine? Nah, it's not. It's good. It's more like a IPA, right? Overly hopped pale ale, right? And even the ABV is like kind of up there, 5.6, almost like a standard IPA. Other than that, it's good. It's not my favorite. It is a little over hopped for me to the point where it's just slight astringent. But other than that, solid craft brew. As it's warming up, the more bitterness is coming out, more earth flavors, rather than those tropical fruits that you were getting. The bitterness is all the way from the beginning to the end, and it still lingers at the end. I do taste a little bit of alcohol now as it's getting warm. But it's good. Don't forget to go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. I'm very active right now on Instagram. You see what I'm drinking. Follow me there. Go ahead and if you find this, and if you're ever in Los Angeles, California, go to MadeWest. Check out their beers. Their hazy IPA is really good. And thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking. And with that said, the Brew Dude is out.